Welcome to the Christian Readers Podcast, where you can escape into fiction without sacrificing your values. I'm your host, Colleen Mitchell, author of The Chronicles of Talam. Today is my review of Adelyn Belsterling's second novel, Starlight Starbright. It's in the same world as her first book, which is titled I Wish I May, but Starlight Starbright is actually a prequel and tells the story of how Prince Leo's parents got together. It can be read as a standalone without needing to read the first book. I'd argue that if you read Starlight Starbright first, you'll end up feeling way more sympathetic to some of the characters in I Wish I May. As I'm currently writing the love story for the main character's parents from my own series, I'm kind of a sucker for this. And I'll actually go on record saying Starlight Starbright is my favorite of Adelyn's two books, and that my favorite character overall across both books is Prince Teddy, who ends up being the king figure in the first book and father to Prince Leo. Here's the book description. Beauty, nobility, grace. Olisand's newest, starry-eyed fairy godmother has it all and is eager to prove to her new mentor she has what it takes to be the best godmother the home of the happily ever afters has ever seen. When she learns her best friend has a crush on the crown prince, she hatches a brilliant plan to bring the pair together. The only problem? Her best friend is a troll, and the prince is her childhood nemesis who wants nothing to do with magic and romance. Granting wishes proves a lot more complicated outside the classroom. After bungling the setup, catching feelings for the petulant prince, and setting loose a trio of ill-behaved French bulldogs on their idyllic and swampy lake town, Antonia Hartzell must prove she's ready for her role, even if it means breaking her own heart in the process. This book was such a delight. Every time I had a chance to read, I looked forward to reading it, and I was stupid grinning way more with this book than the first one. It was cute, swoony, and just so much fun. Adelyn wrote the subplot with the French bulldogs super well, and the descriptions of those little beasts was just spot on. I'm not generally a fan of how the enemies to lovers trope is usually written nowadays, but Adelyn hit it out of the park with the relationship between Teddy and Antonia. They went from childhood enemies, or nemeses, to friends first, which is the actual key to making the trope work. And the process is what made me stupid grin so much. What's funny now is I'm reading a different book, but every time I pick that one up, I'm actually wishing there was more to Starlight Starbright. I just want to spend so much more time with those characters. I would call Starlight Starbright a young adult novel, even though the main characters are 19. It covers themes like taking ownership, accountability, reconciliation, and discernment, and is a kissing-only book. You can find Adelyn's books on her website, which is linked in the description, or on Amazon. If you're a Christian with a book recommendation, there's a link in the description to text me, and I would love to hear it. Thanks for listening to today's episode. If this resonated with you, please share it with your friends so they can find something new to read. God bless, and until next time, goodbye. If you're looking for a family-friendly fantasy with adventure, redemption, and a touch of Arthurian legend, start The Chronicles of Talam today. Get the first book using the link in this episode's description.